Over the past year, Charlie XCX has started dabbling in acting with roles in movies like 100 Nights of Hero, Eruptia, and Sacrifice. And now she has three films premiering at Sundance this year. But what makes her work in Aiden Zamiri's The Moment stand out from her previous roles is that this time she's playing a fictionalized version of herself. Not only was Brat her most successful album, it was a cultural phenomenon. So the fact that she chose to frame that moment with a mockumentary instead of a traditional concert film or a behind the scenes documentary is such an audacious and playful decision, and I love that. The film juxtaposes this sort of cinema verite cinematography with some very flashy editing, and the editing style kind of echoes Charlie's aesthetic, even if the film as a whole doesn't quite live up to that vibe. The cast seems like they had a blast, and Alexander Skarsgård steals the show with a delightfully over-the-top performance that delivers the strongest comedic moments. And Charlie herself is captivating as well, but the screenplay kind of feels like it's holding back. For something inspired by Brat, I was expecting bigger, bolder swings, and I didn't think it leaned enough into the humor and absurdity of the mockumentary genre. It sits close enough to reality that someone who isn't a huge Charlie XCX fan might actually think this is a real behind-the-scenes doc. Obviously, fans will get the references and jokes, but newcomers might be confused and unsure if certain moments are meant to be comedic, which I guess presents the opportunity for some really fun trolling, but I feel like the film never quite went there. I love the decision to highlight Brat Summer with a mockumentary instead of a traditional tour documentary because a mockumentary has so much potential for camp and chaos, but I think The Moment plays it a little too safe. It satirizes this idea of a pop star as a perfectly managed brand, but it doesn't quite push the concept into genuinely daring territory. For something tied to Brat, it just feels oddly restrained and underwhelming. Regardless, Charlie's comfort on screen suggests she's just getting started. Her instincts as a performer who's sharp and unafraid of self-parody hint that she could thrive in roles that give her more space to be unhinged and take more risks. The Moment is a clever experiment that reflects Charlie's world and makes a statement about the constant pressure on pop stars to monetize their personas and maintain a manufactured sense of authenticity, but I think it feels far too tame to make a lasting impact. The most devoted Charlie XCX fans will probably love it. But for anyone who's on the fence, I think you might enjoy The Moment if you're a fan of films like I'm Still Here, This Is Spinal Tap, ABBA the Movie, Pop Star, Never Stop, Never Stopping, A Hard Day's Night, Modulations, Josie and the Pussycats, Drop Dead Gorgeous, and A Mighty Wind. Check out The Moment in select theaters on January 30th and comment and let me know what you think of it.